말하는 영어 일기. This past week was especially hectic because it was my last week in Korea. I thought I was prepared, but then it came up so quickly and I had so much to do before coming to the US. So I was very busy. My schedule was jam-packed. On top of working, I also had to pack up everything in our house and get organized for moving day. My husband and I have a storage unit in Seoul, so when we come to the US, we pack everything in boxes and take them to the storage unit. I thought I didn't have many things in our apartment, but when I was packing, I realized how much we accumulated in such a short span of time. So packing it all up was a little bit stressful. I also had many errands to run, such as buying souvenirs for my family, going to the post office, and making plans for when we're in the US. So I had so much going on. And our actual moving day was a disaster. Things couldn't have gone worse. We were already a bit behind with our packing and the weather was awful. It was pouring rain and we were chaotically running around our apartment trying to finish everything very last minute. On top of that, we had a train to catch at 6 p.m. because we had to go to Changwon for my brother-in-law's wedding. So it was a bit of a time crunch. When we were unpacking our boxes and trying to put them into storage at the storage unit, we accidentally knocked over a plant. So my husband had to shovel up the dirt and clean up in the pouring rain. I had also ordered a new suitcase because my husband and I didn't have enough suitcases for our trip to the US. And I realized when I was packing that it was defective. Something was wrong with the zipper and I paid a pretty penny for it. So I didn't want to keep it if it was broken. So on this already busy, chaotic day, my husband needed to go to a department store to try and buy a new suitcase. Unfortunately, with the rain and all of the traffic, we ran out of time and couldn't buy a new suitcase. So in the end, we just used the defective one. With all of that going on, we were extremely stressed out because it was getting closer and closer to our departure time. And we did end up missing our train. It was a big disappointment, but on the bright side, there were available tickets for a bus to Changwon not too much later. So we snagged those tickets and took a 4-hour bus ride to Changwon. We arrived around midnight and spent some time with my in-laws before heading to bed because we had a very early morning the next day. The next day, we had to wake up bright and early because it was my brother-in-law's wedding. It was such an exciting day and made me reminisce on my own wedding. We saw so many of our relatives and friends, and all in all, it was just a very beautiful day. My brother-in-law looked very handsome, and the bride, of course, was stunning. I couldn't be happier for them. I was also very excited to wear my hanbok again. The hanbok that I wore is very special to me because it was a wedding gift from my mother-in-law. So I enjoyed getting to wear it again. We celebrated my brother-in-law's wedding and ate good food with the family. So it was a great day, but another very long night for us because after the wedding, we took a bus all the way from Changwon to Incheon Airport. It was about 6 hours and we arrived very late at night. We got some sleep and went to the airport bright and early the next day to catch our flight to the US. It's a 13-hour flight, so it is very long, but I can't complain too much. There was not too much turbulence, and I just read my book, and I watched 2 movies during the flight. I watched Twister, and I watched a scary movie called Long Legs. It's about a serial killer, so it's a bit spooky, but I enjoyed both movies. Now I am in the US at my dad's house, and I've already had a great time catching up with my family. I'm filming so much here and have so much I want to share with you about my time in the US. So make sure to subscribe to my channel and check out the pinned comment below. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.